Rank every single X-Men movie. I have recently got into the X-Men, and in all honesty I have been looking at their movies for a bit of time, and it was a bit recently it was literally this morning I watched X-Men, and then I watched X-Men Apocalypse for the first time, and I'd watched X-Men and Days of Future Past and all of them ones in between. I have not watched Dark Phoenix yet. I have not watched any of the Deadpool movies, or really anything after X-Men Apocalypse other than Logan. And in all honesty, this is going to be a pretty controversial list, so you better really buckle up, like, subscribe, and get your pitchforks ready, because what I have for number one, I don't think a lot of people will agree with, and it's going to go up in the greatest X-Men movie. And the haven't watched, we are just going to put all of the haven't watched in at the minute, which is Dark Phoenix, New Mutants, Deadpool 1, 2 and 3, and that Deadpool, all that, and the Rogue Out, which leaves them lot to be the X-Men movies that I have watched, and people might call me a bit annoying for it, but they are the X-Men movies I have watched. And really, we're going to rank them, starting with X-Men. Most people say X-Men is one of the greatest X-Men movies of all time, and in all honesty, I agree with it. I respect that opinion a lot, and obviously the first X-Men movie is where it all started, and in all honesty, it's a top-notch X-Men movie. Yes, top-notch, very top-notch, with the original, not original like comics original, Charles Xavier X-Men team, but it has the 3 original team members that we all know, being Cyclops, Jean Grey and Storm. And also in the movie they are joined by Wolverine, because Wolverine wants to save Rogue, and Rogue and Wolverine do become pretty close friends throughout the movie and kind of bond with each other. And I think Iceman also appears in it, but he isn't really called Iceman yet. He's actually called Bobby and is a friend of Rogue's. And then Mystique morphs into Bobby, and really scares Rogue off, setting her into the trap that Magneto, Sabretooth, Mystique and Toad set really for the X-Men. And basically the whole plot of it is just Magneto trying to get his hands on Rogue, because he knows that she's very powerful, and so he can wipe out all of the world leaders, so the mutants can once again rule the world. And that sounds kind of like what Apocalypse is all about, and we'll get on to Apocalypse in a bit. So top-notch X-Men 1, probably third or even second best. So yeah, wow. Next up, X2, meh. X2, just meh for me. I enjoyed some bits about it, but it was a very, very long time ago. And same with all the other ones. It has been like, I don't know, 6 years since I watched them all, because I watched them all in 2020, and I have very, very vague memory. So the only ones that I'm really going to be run of the mill on is Apocalypse and X-Men, because I watched them today. And I have a bit of a view on the Wolverine movies, probably because I didn't really like them that much. But yeah, all of them are going to be a bit vague, except for the 2 I watched today. And yeah. But X2, can't really remember much about it. All I know is that this one was the one where Nightcrawler joined the bad side. And I think this is the one where Wolverine tracks down the person who experimented on him. And that's really all I know. Anyway, X-Men The Last Stand. It's bad. From what I can remember, was a bad X-Men movie. It had its ups and downs, but I can't remember that much of it, so what the heck. Next up is, I think that's Origins, the Wolverine. Yes, X-Men Origins, Wolverine. Really not for me. It's going below X-Men Last Stand. All Wolverine movies I think will, because I don't really, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is very, very good. Very, very good. It's just, I didn't really enjoy what was really going on with him. So yeah, I don't like Wolverine that much. Next up is X-Men First Class, and that takes stuff back up to the meh section. It's good. Pretty good. And that's all I can really remember. All I can really remember is some of the characters like Mystique. Emma Frost was in this one, Beast was. I remember a little bit of Emma Frost. She had a pretty decent role in the movie. It's just I can't remember too much of it. And did I forget to mention? We will look at the community rank later, and we'll see how my list compares to the other list. And it might be very, very controversial. Next up is the Wolverine. That should be the Wolverine. I'm just going to zoom in again. It is the Wolverine. And it's pretty bad that I've just spotted the Wolverine, because that just so happens to be my least favourite X-Men movie. I was about to say Marvel movie, and then I realised I weren't talking about Marvel, because my least favourite Marvel movie is like Thor the Dark World or something. Actually, no, probably The Incredible Hulk. Don't know. But yeah, the Wolverine, worst Marvel movie. And people are now going to think, hang on a minute, the best Marvel movie, in this bloke's opinion, is either going to be X-Men Days of the Future Past with Mystique, Magneto, well, they're in the ones anyway, with Wolverine playing a massive part, Beast, all the whole shebang. It's going to be Logan. Logan. I can just tell you right now, it's not going to be Logan. Or it's going to be X-Men Apocalypse, which has the first real like bits of Storm, Psylocke, Magneto, Ben Hardy playing Angel, flipping Apocalypse, and a very, very young Charles Xavier. And out of these three, my least favourite is Logan, but I do think it is the best of the Wolverine movies. Other than Deadpool and Wolverine, but I have not watched that one, but from what I've heard, it seems good. But it's not fair to put, Deadpool and Wolverine up in like the meh tier or even top-notch tier, even though I haven't watched them. And next up is my third favourite X-Men movie, and that means that one of these is my favourite X-Men movie. And some people would kind of see this coming. My third favourite X-Men movie is Days of the Future Past, which leaves Apocalypse to go in the greatest X-Men movie, but we'll get there in a bit. X-Men Days of the Future Past, it is a good one. There is time travel in it. There is some good character building in it. They still didn't really give Cyclops the biggest role of all time, which I'm not annoyed about, but I'm not happy about it neither. Also, Quicksilver appeared in this one. Quicksilver was pretty great, and really that's all I've really got to say to it. But the undefeated X-Men Apocalypse, which many people are going to attack me for, is still my favourite and the greatest X-Men movie of all time. And in my opinion, it is still top 10 Marvel movies. And many of the reasons is Ben Hardy did an amazing job as Angel. Storm, I never knew that Storm was a bad guy to start off with. Apocalypse may not be the most exciting villain, but he is one of the scariest, and I can tell you that. Cyclops, Jean Grey had a pretty good role in it, and it also showed her Phoenix bit at the end where she defeats Apocalypse. God, what's her name? Mystique. Mystique had a pretty big role in it. Quicksilver returned, and Magneto switching sides at the end is great. But in all honesty, my favourite mutant is in this movie, and in all honesty, she did such a good role. She didn't play the biggest thing, but she was amazing, and that is, I forgot her bloody name. Oh, hang on. Psylocke, yes. Psylocke is my favourite mutant, and she's got the best powers, and that face-off she had at Beast near the end of the movie, that was so flipping good. It isn't the best fight scene we've seen, but in all honesty, Psylocke is the best mutant in my opinion, followed by Cyclops, and then probably Magneto. And in all honesty, the reasons why I think she's a great mutant is because she has very, very good powers. And in all honesty, she's British, and you don't really see that many British mutants. But in all honesty, with the combined powers of Magneto switching sides, Apocalypse being an absolute git, recruiting Storm, oh my god, keeps going out my name, Psylocke, Apocalypse was recruiting Psylocke, Storm, Magneto, and Angel. Were interesting, and of course, I watched this movie back in 2020, and I rewatched it, and I didn't realise that Psylocke played such a great part. Storm was actually one of his ones, and I didn't actually realise who Ben Hardy was until I watched Bohemian Rhapsody, and a little bit of EastEnders, because Ben Hardy was pretty much no one back in 2020, but when I realised who he was after watching Bohemian Rhapsody and a bit of EastEnders, I was like, oh, that guy plays Roger Taylor, and the other bloke who appears in EastEnders. But that is my list. The Wolverine at the bottom and X-Men Apocalypse at the top. What is the community rank? Okay, F tier, they think... Alright, so obviously Wolverine at the bottom. And at the top they've put X-Men First Class. And they've got Apocalypse down in A tier. And so, whatever. But, realistically, this... Oh, it's gone. Yeah, here it is. This is going to be my ranking for a long time. I don't think any X-Men movie will be able to dethrone X-Men Apocalypse. But, in all honesty, I can tell you this. Doomsday Secret Wars and the X-Men movie coming in 2028. So, Doomsday 2026, Secret Wars 2027, and X-Men in 2028. If they all have Psylocke in them, I think I will enjoy it a good, because Psylocke was so good in Apocalypse. And I don't expect the actor who played Psylocke, Olivia Munn, in Apocalypse, I don't expect her to be in, or I don't expect her to play Psylocke again, but she did such a great job of her. And then I've also heard that Psylocke was in Last Stand, but wasn't very good, and Deadpool and Wolverine, and she appeared for 5 seconds in that movie anyway. So make sure you like and subscribe, and put away those pitchforks, because you watch Apocalypse, it might feel rushed, but it is great. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll be back with videos soon. So yeah, I will see you lot next time. I've been AirPod 37. Goodbye.